back again, back in my workshop. What I'm doing is I am actually now pretty much taking what was a tank model. I bought a tank, World War II tank, for reference. That's the tank. And what I'm going to be doing, what I've been doing is I've decided to cut it up, and I'm starting to actually glue its pieces as small pieces onto my Borg mask. And since you last saw it, I have already added some of the pieces. I've added a stem, and this skewer here is just holding the stem in registration, ready for attachment in the class tomorrow, because it's another Bruce Mitchell Part 2 class. But what is also, when I last broadcast on Periscope, I have still had to sculpt on these pieces, and I'll just take this off and bring it up. So what I've done, so that's epoxy clay there, is I've now put in the hoses, or at least on this piece. And this, remember, it's all got magnets underneath, and the idea is that it will lift up, sit on the top, lift back down, and sit in place. But I'm just, oops, my little temporary pin holding the stem in place, because I need to know where the stem goes so that I can put the pieces of Borg stuff around. In fact, I actually might just use a Sharpie marker, because this temporary holding thing isn't holding very well. So I'll just use a Sharpie marker a bit later. But I've already started layering some pieces. So that was tank, and this is from some leftovers a friend gave me. But I'm just trying to create, some interesting ideas. So the job today is to get all of this covered so that pretty much just don't see this black, or see it very rarely. But I do love this technique. I'm really enjoying it. It's going to be sad that tomorrow's the last lesson with the St. Winston School for this class. But finally, I have a Borg happening. I love Borg. This is lifting, so I have to work out if there is a way you can bend kit pieces so that it fits. But otherwise, no, I'm quite satisfied. I'll also still have to add kit parts to the other half of the mask. But this is the part that's for my course. So this is the part that's going to be marked. So, but making progress. So, yeah, just wanted to update people. Or actually, I'll show you how I'm actually cutting up the pieces, because this is something, because I'm about to cut up this tank, and what I'm using is, I'm actually using a jewellery sword. That blade, see if that's my finger, blade is really fine, but I'm finding it's really useful for cutting up plastic tank parts, because I really want this panel here. I think that's a really interesting technological piece, and I think that'd be really good for Borg. So yeah, that's what I'm going to cut now. So all I'm using is my jewellery saw, because you get such a nice cut with it. And there's a nice little mould line or decoration line that I'm going to use. There we go. That's one done. See? Cut through, and I'll sand it with some sandpaper in a second. But yeah, so what I really want to do is I just don't want to, I want to use every part of this model kit, because this top hatch also has some interesting paneling detail that I can cut off. So I think that will be interesting Yeah, so I'm just cutting out bits of tank, but what I will do, see these stems on the back that help press it all together, I'm going to have to cut those off, but I'll probably, rather than using, just see if I can use these side cutters. Don't really want to, I've already done a lot of dremeling today with the epoxy, and I just don't really want to do any more right now, and I'll just sand that back. So I just use sandpaper that's been glued, just some scrap foam. So really, that's all I'm doing, is just getting ready for this class tomorrow. Yeah. So I keep thinking your biological and technological distinctiveness will be added to your own. Well, this technological distinctiveness of a tank is being added to my mask. So, yeah. So, yeah, that's all I'm doing. So, see you later. I'll probably update you when I get closer to finishing this. I've still got to decorate it. I've still got to put the mechanical stem, the mechanical joints here so this moves. And I've still got to paint it and weather it, and there's still lots to do. But I'm just getting ready for tomorrow.